lunch. Your taxi's waiting.
Oh, fine, thank you. I'll find somewhere to stay in Birmingham and phone you, let you know where it is. Perhaps we could meet tonight and discuss things.
Just going to stay there for one night?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't understand. I mean, where was this taxi going to take you to originally?
At the station for London, to begin with.
Is anyone in the office?
No.
Right. Well, will you cancel Mr. Chance's taxi? And when the porter comes back, will you get him to take Mr. Chance's cases and everything back to his chalet?
Yes, Mrs. Harvey.
Come with me. Do you want to leave here so much?
Look, Jill, I don't want to go through a deep emotional upset. I don't want to go through that misery all over again.
Yeah, a misery we've only just stopped going through, and you seem to want us to start all over again already.
Look, Jill, do you think you could really trust me after all that's happened? I don't think I could give you one moment of certain happiness. I'm just not certain that it would last. Look, I don't want our lives to turn into habit.
Oh, so that's what this morning was then. Just an old habit, just to be picked up for the moment.
This morning was perhaps something that should stay within its moment. K4.
Oh, what's all this then? Some sort of reception committee?
Shut the door.
Wow. Here's me thinking you were going to be on your own, some darling.
Time we had a little chat, Eddie.
Type of lots of things by the tone of your phone call, eh? Oh, you can still get a fella running, I'll say that for you. How's things, Ollie?
Things would have been absolutely splendid if you hadn't shown up.
Why? What have I gone done?
How can you sit there and ask a question like that?
Well, enlighten me.
I'm going to do that.
Hello, sign of the times, is it? Her doing the fighting for you?
Look, I'm perfectly capable.
Posting again?
Look, just who the hell do you think you are?
Just a simple little lad from the back streets.
Into blackmail now, are you?
Been passing the buck, have you, Oliver, eh? I thought that little chat was just between you and me.
You'd have liked that. Lift your little finger and I'll come running back.
Figure of speech, really, wasn't it?
Just get one thing clear.
No, action men at last.
You are not a threat to us. You may think you are, but you're mistaken. Anything that may have happened between you and Sharon is over.
And forgotten.
The things you people like to believe, eh?
Truth.
Truth? I'll tell you all about truth, darling, one of these days. And do you do that, Oliver? You all speak the truth to the little lady, do you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you come clean on everything, huh? All those little suspicions, all those little doubts. Yeah, on.
Look, just get it through your thick head that you can't break us up.
Happy ever after time, is it?
You're wasting your time.
I got plenty to waste.
And we both preferred if you left here.
Left?
Yeah, go away, Eddie.
Where to, darling?
Anywhere. Anywhere you like, just away from us.
But if I don't add up to nothing, I mean, if I'm the forgotten man, as you say I am, what's the harm of me staying?
No harm, but no point either.
Are you sure about that, Ollie?
Yes.
Then try and look like a winner, eh? It might just suit you.
Well, are you?
What's that?
Going.
In my own time, darling. Like I do everything, remember?
Oh, he'll go, he'll go.
You think?
Yeah. And whatever happens from now on, we face him with it like that together, because he can't cope with loyalty, Eddie.
You're wonderful.
No. Together, we're wonderful.
J. Henry, I have tried to put it politely, but as you do seem to be going on and on, I'll just have to put it bluntly. I'm sorry you cannot use the office this morning, because I am using it for a meeting myself.
Well, that was telling him.
And it's telling you, too. Things aren't going to end this morning.
I am to retire obediently to my chalet and await your pleasure.
Well, why not?
Look, Jill, I no longer work here. I am no longer entitled to the executive chalet.
Yeah, well, I still work here, and I am a director here. You can stay in that chalet as long as I say so.
I'm to stay here at your say-so?
Madam, I didn't really mean it like that.
Oh, look. Jill, darling, be sensible. From the moment I arrived here a month ago, David J. Henry, Barbara, even yourself at times, did everything possible to get rid of me. Finally, I resigned, and everybody was glad of it. I mean, what do you think the reaction is going to be if I hang around the place?
Let's see.
Let's see what?
Let's see what Barbara's reaction is. Adam will not be going.
Oh, You won't be going until when, Adam?
You see? Barbara, I would like to stay the night. I know I'm no longer entitled to free use of the executive chalet, so of course I shall pay for it. Perhaps we can resume this conversation when you've thought things over.
He's being difficult.
How?
Well, lingering. One last night for old love's sake.
Yes, he's being difficult. I mean, he's allowing that we were in love and have stayed in love, that we are in love, but he's not allowing that we're going to go on being in love.
It's your feeling that it shouldn't go on?
No, it's not. It's his, what he's trying to say it is. And he's trying to say that I should ignore what's staring me in the face. And you're going to say that he's being sensible and I'm not.
Well, surely you see the truth of that.
I'm in love. That's all I can see.
Being in love, Jill, can only confuse the mind.
Well, it seems to have cleared mine. It's his that's got confused.
So you asked him to stay overnight. It wasn't his suggestion.
Well, you don't seem to understand. It's not a question of overnight.
Jill, the chalet will be needed for the other man who's going to take over as under manager.
What man? David hasn't got anyone until he's gone through all the applications.
So you intend to keep Adam around the place for another couple of weeks?
I intend, Barbara, to keep him around the place forever.
You know I hate people finding out, so why do you have to go telling them?
Oh, just hang on. What am I supposed to have done now?
Mrs. Hunter, when I took the keys round and given her, she was going on at me about helping her.
What?
But with some books you're writing about extra, summit or
Oh,
other.
so that's it.
Well, what do you have to go telling her for?
I didn't. We were just talking about finding somewhere to live and that it was difficult and you were finding it spooky living at Mrs. Price's after what had happened.
You must have told her more than that.
Well, I might have mentioned that you were finding it that you could see things were going to happen before they did, but I didn't think she'd take you up on it. I mean, it was just a joke. It was just passing in conversation. I forgot all about it as soon as I went out of the room.
Yeah, well, she didn't forget.
Benny, I'm sorry. What happened?
Nothing.
Well, I thought you said that she asked you to help her with a book or something.
Well, she did. But I said no. I said, oh, everything you told her, it weren't true.
Oh, charming. That's great, that is. Now
Yeah,
she's
well,
gonna
I
put me
don't-
down as a liar,
Well,
isn't
I
she?
don't care. You shouldn't go telling people things. Not when I do trust you.
Mrs. Hunter, could I have a word with you, please? I've been trying to find you all day.
Yes, but can we go through to the bar, Diane? It's just been one of those days. Oh, Mandy, can I have a gin and tonic, please? Yes, Mrs. Hunter. What do you want, Diane?
I'll have the same, please, Mandy.
Shall we sit down here, then?
Oh, do you know something? I don't think it's your cup of tea running a motel, is it?
No, I'm afraid it's not. I could cope if it wasn't for J. Henry. But all that convoluted scheming and planning and ordering people's lives, planting moles willy-nilly as though he has some vast empire to run.
Well, I suppose when you think about it, he has, hasn't he? Well, he's got the place in the Bahamas, he's got a place in Scotland where I was, he's got that fantastic holiday complex in Italy.
Yes, well, there you are, then. I mean, given the choice and all of his money, where would you spend most of your time? In Italy, the Bahamas, or in some motel 30 miles the other side of Birmingham?
Well, maybe he just finds it more homey here.
Oh, getting back to his roots, you mean? I don't think he's got any roots. I don't think he was born at all. I think he was processed.
Oh, dear, I don't think you had a very good day, have you?
No, I'm sorry. Anyway, you're family, so you'll just have to put up with my moans and groans. Anyway, I should be getting back to my real job. I'm a writer, for heaven's sake. What am I doing?
I thought you'd already started. On a book about ESP?
Well, yes, I had this idea, and it was you who triggered it off.
Yes, I know. I shouldn't have done.
Well, why not?
Well, it's upset Benny. You see, well, you asking him questions, he didn't want anybody to know.
Well, yes, I gathered that.
You see, well, quite frankly, it makes him feel sort of different. Why don't you try explaining to him? Why don't you just explain what it's all about?
Well, how on earth can I explain? I'm no expert. And there's no logical explanation anyway.
No, I know, but if you could just talk to him, tell him not to be so frightened. You see, he respects you. He won't listen to me.
Oh, I could try. Yes, I'll have a go then.
Oh, good evening, David. Thanks for leaving us in the lurch all day.
You know, I had to see the tax advisor, take him to lunch.
And how long did lunch take? Till 2 hours after afternoon tea?
Tax, my dear, never finishes. Anything shattering happen in my absence?
No, I don't think so.
Then what's all that about leaving you in the lurch?
Did I say that? Oh, hello, Mr.
Jill.
Ross.
Hello, David. Haven't seen you all day.
Now, that seems to be the theme song. What is it?
Look, we're very heavily booked for dinner. I do need to put somebody off if I am to accommodate a regular customer who's trying to book late.
Oh, I'm sure you can find a victim without my help.
There appears to be a most unexpected name on this list, table 15, Mr. Adam Chance.
That certainly is a mistake.
That's what I thought at first.
At first?
When he was under manager here, he wasn't entitled to make bookings in the restaurant privately. He could use the restaurant, however, when invited to do so by the management or when entertaining a regular customer.
So?
So, even if he still were under manager here, I wouldn't normally expect his name on the list.
Well, it's obviously a mistake. Surely you know when he left the motel, he went who knows where?
It appears that he may not have vacated his chalet.
Well, that obviously is a mistake. Perhaps the receptionist forgot to cross him off.
The afternoon receptionist showed me the list at my request. It seems the morning receptionist struck him off the register.
Well, there you are.
But then the morning receptionist also seems to have put him back in again. I thought you were not the person to ask, as you've been out all day.
Barbara, while I was out all day, Adam Chance's name seems to have cropped up on the restaurant booking list. Now, how did that mistake occur?
Well, it's quite in order. I didn't know he'd made a booking in the restaurant tonight, but if he has, he's done so, no doubt, under the opinion that, following his resignation from the staff, that he has the right as a private resident.
Am I to take it, then, that he hasn't left his chalet this morning?
You can take it, Paul, that, should he dine in the restaurant tonight, that you can satisfy your curiosity by asking him yourself.
Aha. I never interrogate private residents, Barbara.
I suggest you continue the practice.
What the devil is Adam Chance doing staying here tonight?
Have you had his resignation, the actual piece of paper?
You know I have.
Well, then, tear it up. Because either he has given his job back, or we have a totally uncontrollable Jill Harvey on our hands.
What the blazes has been going on while I was out all day?
Love has burst out all over again.
Amanda, could I have a gin and tonic?
Yes, of course, Mr. Jones.
Twice.
Ah, twice, please.
Twice, yes.
Well, you dining here?
Yes, with you. I've booked a table.
Oh, I booked a table.
Oh, well, we better toss then just to see who's going to pay.
Either be my guest or dine alone.
Oh, that's more like it. Still, heads or tails?
Neither.
Right, I'll call heads. I've won.
What are they doing?
Probably-
Tossing that coin.
Probably deciding whether it's to be his place or hers.
Excuse me, J. Henry.
Not now, Paul.
It's just that if you don't intend to dine here tonight, I should like to allocate your table. We're fully booked, you see, and I try to accommodate a regular customer. I thought I'd found a table, Mr. Chance's, but it now appears he'll use it.
Even when he worked here, he wasn't entitled to that.
I know, but there seems to be a sort of twilight zone between having left his job and returning to it.
Returning?
Paul, do you know if David's around?
Yes, I saw him in the office half an hour ago.
What is going on?
Darling, calm yourself. Order the drinks, and then we'll go and tackle David.
Calm myself, nothing. Come on.
So you're convinced at last?
Browbeaten.
No alternative.
Just give me time.
I've just seen Adam Chance in the bar.
Oh, looking well.
He was with Jill. She was fondling
Oh,
him.
darling, don't exaggerate. She only had her hand on his arm.
J. Henry, Valerie, there is nothing that can be done. Jill is obsessed with the fact that he is the man for her. Interfere will only drive them closer together. We have had that lesson often enough before. He has not yet demanded his job back, but I fully expect Jill to demand it back for him. We can but bow to the inevitable, as the romantic novelist is so fond of saying.
Demand it back.
If it comes to that, yes. We can only hope that he will make her see reason, for he is not the culprit in this. She is. There. Is that what you wanted me to say?
Yeah.
Well, surprisingly, I can't think of anything to say, so I shall return to the bar.
Di, so he hasn't booked out then?
Who?
Eddie.
Not to my knowledge.
Uh-huh.
Why, were you expecting him to?
No, I just wondered.
Bit sudden, isn't it?
Well, we had words. A sort of showdown, really.
Oh, I see. What was the outcome, then?
No bit in the air. We rather got the impression that he would be leaving us.
Well, I don't know for a fact that he hasn't booked out. I mean, he didn't say anything to me.
You saw him?
Yeah, I saw him in the bar having a drink. Come to think of it, he did look a bit thoughtful.
Yes, well, let's hope he's having the right thoughts.
And coming to the right conclusion.
The sooner he goes, the better.
Oh, come on, Eddie's all right. Well, I don't know what he's done to you, but he's been a right little angel to me this trip.
Eddie?
Getting rid of Dolly.
Oh, that.
Yes, that.
It could have been dealt with.
Oh, come on. If we'd waited for your lawyers, Benny would still be bringing buckets up and down the stairs.
Oh, well, if you have to resort to violence.
It wasn't violence. He just imposed his personality. That's how he put it.
Oh, yes, he would.
Sharon, I think a little gratitude wouldn't come amiss.
Let's just leave it, okay?
No, we won't leave it. What if Dolly had gone on talking about this place being used for you-know-what?
That was absurd.
Well, maybe, but it would have made nasty waves, wouldn't it? At least Eddie stopped that.
I don't want to hear another word about Eddie Lee, all right?
Right, all right. There's one thing I know how to do. It's keep me mouth shut.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's a bit of a do-on tomorrow night.
A do?
A cocktail party. Langdon Park Development. I've accepted.
For me as well?
Of course. Well, is that all right?
Coffee?
No, thank you.
Oh, thanks.
1 for, 1 against. Come on, make your mind up time, folks.
I'll have a cup of coffee.
Carried unanimous.
Cocktail party.
No, not a bad lot. I thought afterwards we could go and have dinner somewhere. Make a change.
Cocktail parties, dinner. Oh, my goodness, it's one mad social whirl for you, isn't it? The kettle won't be a minute.
Do I have to go?
Well, you don't have to, no, but
What if I don't?
I can make excuses.
Well, I'd rather not.
Why?
I'm not in the mood. Sorry, that's a bit lame, isn't it? I'm trying hard not to show it, but I'm having a bit of a struggle.
How do you mean?
Well, naturally, I'm angry, but I'm also just the tiniest bit hurt. Not all that much fun being bargained for.
Oh, come on, there was no question of that.
But there's an attempt, and that's enough. It doesn't actually put me in the mood for cocktails with strangers, so can I give it a miss?
Of course you can.
Thank you.
No need. Look, he'll be gone soon. Then there'll be no more clouds.
No more clouds.